everybody? Today we have two interesting new models from XCartoys. I say interesting because how many people out there are super excited over a Mercedes E-Class? Well, actually, it's not even an E-Class, it's the 190E before the E-Class, and a Honda Accord. Yeah, very strange combination of vehicles. These are both brand new castings from XCartoys. I don't know if they're 24s or 25s. They were kind of released end of 24, early 25. And just two of the most underwhelming cars to ever exist. Just standard, this is what you get sort of cars. You know, it's weird talking about an E-Class like that, but oh well. But I love them. I'm the person who loves these cars. And these are both the first release. We got the Y47 and the Y6501. Of course, they're got their naming system like TLV. Both released under the XCartoys Vintage lineup. If they weren't trying to be TLV with the naming system, then the XCartoys Vintage is kind of pushing that boundary. But we're going to take a look here. We're starting with the 190E. Now, actually, I recently acquired the Mini GT 190 Evolution, which is not what the E stands for here. This is just the 190E. The 190E Evolution is the fast one. And we'll bring it out just for comparison, but they are pretty much two completely different vehicles. Like, completely different vehicles. That's Mini GT, by the way, if I don't know if I said that. And both of these cars have the hood emblem, so don't crush it, which I will try not to do. This one seems plastic. The Mini GT one is actually metal, I think. It's like a piece of tin, so if you bend it, you can bend it back. I've seen that happen to somebody's, but just don't actually smash it because it probably will break. Tin doesn't have the greatest structural integrity, and once it bends one way, it will snap coming back the other way. So you just very gentle, very gentle. What I recommend, don't squish it. But it's got plate. I don't know where these plates would be from. Usually XCartoys does Chinese plates. But these don't really look like Chinese plates because they'd be blue, right? So I don't know. Are they Russian? They're Russian plates? I'm not sure. I think this and the TLV are the only true 164 base model 190s. Of course, the Evolution gets done by every brand. And the TLV one's super expensive, so this is the best middle ground. And the hood emblem here is a little large, I think. And especially if you compare it with the Mini GT, which that might not be metal. That might be plastic. That's plastic. Don't squish that one. I might be thinking of that wagon that I have. I don't know what brand the wagon is that I have, but I think it's the same. Or I think it's that one's the metal one. But yeah, this is still pretty awesome. You got your headlights. I like how the bulbs are in there. You got your markers on the side. Plastic trim on the front bumper there, but the lower piece is metal, part of the body. It's got Pop Race advertising here. I'm not sure. I believe they're collabing with some of the models. Evidently, most of them. I don't know. At this point, it looks like the company's merged if they're both on the base because there's no Pop Race advertising on the box here. Some of them do have it. Like the sports cars will, that are Pop Race castings that they release with the XCartoy line. They'll have the collab on the packaging, but this one having it on the base is kind of weird. Taillights look good. Lens piece as well, and the black bumper on the back there's a black extra piece. Exhaust is a separate piece, just with the muffler here though. The pipe and the rest of it there is just painted on. Screwed together base, it is a metal base. You get your hubcap style, well, they're not really hubcaps, they're just older aluminum wheels. Were they aluminum? I think they're aluminum. We got our black steering wheel, black dashboard, beige interior, and door cards. Black mirrors, the black mirror caps, but there is actually a reflective piece on the back there, which I think is a sticker, but that's pretty cool. Oh, the mirrors are rubber. It's also cool. Black trim around the rear windows. Pillar trim. Looking really good. I don't know why that's just one wiper, though. Because it should have another one here, but it isn't. There's your washer nozzles. No suspension on this one. The XCartoys lately have had suspension. This one doesn't, oddly. I don't know if the Accord does, but I guess we'll find out soon. We'll compare it to the 190E real quick. You can see, maybe this one, because it's such a base model, only has one wiper. That'd be funny. The 190E, though, does too, because it's a race car. It needs the weight reduction. So it's got one wiper big enough for the whole window. It's got the frosters too, which is interesting. It's got the double wings going on, or actually even triple wing if you want to call that a wing. On the back here, it's got the aero kit, you know, like completely different quarter panel. Completely different front fender. Taillights look the same, but they're different. Rear bumper's different. The exhaust is different. Just, the Mini GT's got plastic mirrors. Mini GT used to do the rubber mirrors a lot. Of course, different rims. You got your Evolution emblem on the front fender. And then base detailing. You can see the differences in the exhaust. Both have a metal base. Both run about $15. Super cool. Super cool. And now the Gen 5 Accord. So there's only one other in 164, which is the Maisto. I have a packaged one, but I will not dare crack it. So I don't really have anything to compare it to. Oh wait, no, Hot Wheels did the racing one, which isn't really comparable. Nor is the Mini GT 190 here, but there's a reason I didn't bring the Hot Wheels one out. So we'll just take a look at the Accord on its own. I don't even think there's any other Accords in true 164 scale, at least before the release of this. There are a few now. There's a newer one, which I believe I have coming. And then XCartoys did a Chinese spec of the 5th gen. I think it's a facelift too. But this, I think, is pre-facelift. And, oh my god. This thing's awesome. Such an just underwhelming, boring vehicle, but I am absolutely in love with it. The color is perfect. The wheels, they're a little shiny. The Mercedes ones really weren't. Well, they kind of are. The Accord more so. Accord doesn't have suspension though. Love the little mud flap. Taillights looking great. Accord on the rear end. This could be an American spec. I love that the dashboard is detailed. The vents are black. The infotainment. Oh, it's awesome. This one's got rubber mirrors too, with the chrome sticker on the back there. Black trim around the windows. Grille looks great. You got yellow fog lights. Headlights look good. So actually this might be like a Chinese spec if it's got yellow fog lights. That cars don't really come with that in America from the factory. No suspension. unless they're just doing whatever they want. It could be an American spec with Japanese fog lights. I don't know. The pre-facelifts were like very identical. It was the facelift where they kind of changed the rear end, and then you can tell between the Chinese and the American versions and the Japanese versions, where it was called the Inspire. Or maybe it was after this gen. Fuel tank, exhaust, your mid-pipe, transmission. Everything is very nicely detailed. The trunk floor with the spare tire. Such a great casting. Accord 160. I love how the Accord is in like the actual Honda font on the base there. That's nice. They actually have the Honda emblem. This thing's awesome. 4-spoke wheels. Or not 4-spoke. The 4 lug wheels. Window washers again. What a car. Oh, and the interior is like a two-tone. You got the brown seats, but the carpet and the door cards are beige. Steering wheel's black. This is just amazing. Just simply amazing. What a car. What a car. Got my hair on the table here, which I can't remove because I don't have any nails. Move the 190 for now. Let's get both of these. Such a boring pair of cars, but I love boring cars. That's just awesome. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of XCartoys. This is not my first review of them, actually. I did the Suzuki Swift and the Alto, I think. But I absolutely love the brand. And I can't wait for more. They got plenty coming out in 2025. They're going all out this year. And I can't wait to get them all. Or most of them. I get the recognizable ones. I would love to get the Chinese cars. I just don't really have the room for the Chinese cars. I don't really have any connection with the Chinese cars, other than the fact that I think they're really cool and they're really good deals. I wish we got some of them in the US, although with the tariffs, who knows? Not gonna get political. See y'all next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.